Hello. Welcome back, everybody, to another video. You might see, holy shit, it's Terraria. It's not Risk of Rain 2 for once on the tier list. Yeah, we're gonna be ranking some Terraria stuff today. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a Terraria gamer. And I played a lot of Terraria. And I have a lot of opinions on Terraria too. And one of those is the vanilla expert items. Yes, the vanilla ones in particular. We're not talking about modded, we're not talking about Thorium, Calamity, whatever the fuck. We're talking about vanilla. And there's a lot of items. And I'm going to be ranking all of them in order of boss progression, typical boss progression. You know, you can fight Wall of Flesh first. Then you can fight Duke Fisher. You know, you can do that. But we're going to go from King Slime to Moonlord. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to rank the Moonlord ones, honestly. Because they're kind of useless, to be honest. Because it's the end of the game. But every other one, I'm going to give them a fair ranking. So these are all the regular bosses, no event ones. Most of the event ones are usually just... I don't even know if there's any extra ones. I think there's only master ones, right? I could be wrong. But, let's get started anyways. Enough stalling. Royal Gelatin. Actually, I don't think we need a D tier. Let's get this in here. There we go. Royal Gelatin. C tier assessor. So this one has one niche and one niche only. It makes slimes immune. And that's only useful when you're building a hell bridge. That's it. That's the only time this thing's useful. Is when you're in hell and you can ignore lava slimes. Pretty cool. They drop lava on death and they can't hurt you when you're wearing this, which is pretty cool. But outside of that, it's pretty useless. You're not going to use it. Like, why would I use this? It doesn't make King Slime ignore me. Or Queen Slime. So I'm like, fuck. Like, what? I don't know what else to use this for. So it goes to C2 for that. Shield of Cthulhu. Hot take? Not a hot take, actually. It's probably the best accessory in the game. I'm gonna be straight with you. Like, best accessory that you can equip on your character. Boom. Best expert mode item? Might be. Might be. Tactically, one's better. But you can't equip it. You can equip the Shield of Cthulhu. This thing gives you a dash. As soon as you kill Eye of Cthulhu, you have access to a dash. And you have no idea how much of mobility this gives you. Horizontally, you go zoom in. You could also ignore contact damage if you dash into an enemy, which is pretty cool. It bounces you back, but the boss dashes fast enough, they just go through you. Like Duke Fishron, Empress of Light, when they dash you, you just go through them. Pretty fucking cool. It's not the only thing that I could use, it's the only accessory that could dash through enemies. There's two dashing accessories. Ninja Mastery gives you a way further dash, but you can't dash into enemies. But yeah, there's two armor sets that let you dash. One's in-game, so it doesn't matter. But the Crystal Assassin armor actually does, which is kind of cool. But, yeah. Pretty cool. We love Shield of Cthulhu. Next up is probably the evil ones. We'll start with Worm Scarf, since it's simplest. Worm Scarf is the best defensive accessory in the game. It's useful at any point in the game. Gives you a lot of damage reduction. That's all it does. And that's actually pretty helpful. You take like 13, right? 13% less damage? I don't remember the exact stats, actually. I don't use this accessory, so... yeah. Actually, I do for a little bit. It gives a nice amount of damage reduction. Really solid. Really good to use. So yeah. There's an A tier for that. Next up, the Brain of Cthulhu. This thing had the biggest glow up of all time. I don't use this accessory either, but I think it's better than Worm Scarf by like a fair amount. Worm Scarf's more consistent, but Brain has a 12% dodge chance, and that makes you completely immune to damage. And if you're running a glass cannon setup, it's really fucking good. This just gives general damage reduction. Better if you're running more defensive, like a warding setup or something. This is better if you just want like a glass cannon and you don't care much about defense and you rather just completely dodge something. So you'd rather use that. But yeah, absolutely amazing. Really good accessory. I don't use it, but it's really fucking good and I would recommend it. Yeah. Okay, Queen Bee's killed next. Hive Pack. I think I put this in B tier. This thing's kind of underrated, honestly. It increases the power of bees. That includes like Bee Nade, Bee's Knees, Beekeeper, the High Five, or whatever. Is that what it's called? High Five, yeah. Yeah, and all the other, like, bee accessories, yada yada, the stinger necklace, yada yada. It buffs them, actually, which is kind of cool. So yeah, it goes in B tier for that. I don't use it very often, though, I'm gonna be real with you. Okay. I'm gonna do a deer collapse this thing next. This is probably, like, ground tier. I'm gonna put an F. This thing is not worth the sacrificing accessory level. It spawns a little shadow hands that has an expert mode, and it attacks an enemy. It doesn't do enough damage to justify using it though, and typically when you fight deer clops, it's a lot later because of how much health it has. It's around this. It's higher health than Skeletron. I fight it before Skeletron, but it's typically a post-Skeletron pre-wall flesh boss as its trade. You can fight it as soon as you start hard mode. You get more use out of Bone Helm, but most people don't. So yeah, it's just kind of F tier. Not really helpful. The passive damage is not good at all. I don't like it. F tier. Bone Glove. This thing's kind of cool. It adds a little extra projectile to like your weapons and stuff. I'm pretty sure. Actually, I gotta make sure what this does. Bone Glove Terraria. I just gotta make sure. I've never used this. I'm gonna be honest. Shoots bones enemies while you're attacking. Okay, yeah, that's right. I completely forgot this does, but this thing's okay. It adds a little bit extra damage, and it'll actually hit things. And since you constantly attack, you get more use out of it. But I don't think it's that great. Not really worth it. The Hive Pack definitely does a lot more for you because you're probably going to use Bee's Knees or Bee Nades or whatever else. So yeah, a lot more benefit out of it. So it goes in C tier. Okay. Demon Heart. I mean, I'm gonna put this to S. You can see extra accessory slot. Do I need to explain? No? Okay, next one. Which is room actually like expert only? I don't know if it is or not, but I'm gonna rank it. Alright. Volatile Gelatin. Let me tell you about this. This thing sucks too. What use does this have? It shoots a slow bouncing projectile. This isn't gonna hit any mech boss except maybe Destroyer. It doesn't do enough damage to justify. It's a flat amount of damage. Like, what use does this have? It's not worth the accessory slot either. You're gonna put wings, probably Terra Spark boots on, like, and a bunch of like class specific accessories. You just got the Wall of Flesh ones too. You're gonna put that on. Like, you're probably gonna put one of these on, like the dash, one of these two, like maybe this, probably not this. But like you're gonna put a bunch of shit on. I'm not gonna put this thing on. It's not worth the accessory slot. Fuck that. I'd rather put a damage or defensive one. What the fuck does this do? Nothing. Get this shit out of here. F tier. When people tell you this is a bad accessory, they're not wrong. It is. It's terrible. It doesn't have any good niche either. Like, why would we use this? Bone Helm has more of a use. And you can get it early on. But it's still not that great. It's okay if you kill Deer Clops as your first boss, I guess, but why would you do that? Actually, you know what? It's fine if you do that, but Deer Clops doesn't drop anything that useful, so I'm like, why would you do that? Just go kill Skeletron first. If you're gonna kill a hard boss. Like, if you can kill Deer Clops first, you might as well just kill Skeletron or Queen Bee. They're harder and more rewarding. Anyways. The minecart. It's the minecart upgrades. Cool. I don't know where the fuck. I just put in C tier. Like, I don't use minecarts in Terraria, so it's like, okay. It's kind of cool though. I like it. Some of the minecarts look kind of cool, and having this little shoot thing. Yeah, pretty cool. It's nice. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Spore Sack is next. Spore Sack. I put in B. It's the only good passive damage accessory. It's okay. It's definitely not that great. It's good when you go to the Planetary Dungeon and like events. The passive damage actually does help quite a lot, and I like it. And if you don't have like a lot of piercing for some reason, or you don't have like, I don't know, I guess you're playing Ranger, it's pretty helpful. I think that's when I used it in expert mode and helped me along the Planetary Dungeons. So yeah, B tier. Pretty good. Shiny Stone. I think you get this way too late to be useful, because your only things you have left are like 2 bosses, 4 bosses actually, if you fight them at that point. Old One's Army, and like the Martian invasion. It heals you way really fast when you stand still, which is its use, and that's a good thing, honestly. But like, there isn't like too many situations you get a lot of use out of it. Like, it's more of an exploration item because you're not going to use it in a boss fight. Because the last few boss fights, there's a lot of things going on. You don't have enough time to stand still and heal. So it's good in like Old One's Army between the waves. That's about it, really. So it gets C tier. If you got it earlier in the game, I'd probably put it in B because you can use it in the Terraria dungeon to like heal and like stuff like that. But not really too much use out of that. It's kind of just really, really mediocre. So yeah. Alright, Shrimpy Truffle. This is it might be S. No, I think it's top of A. This is one of the best mounts in the game for good reason. So on its own, it has infinite flight, pretty cool, and you get this little guy. But when it's raining or when you have water on the thing, it gets a lot of speed, make it move really fucking fast, faster than a lot of wings at that point. It's probably the only super good one at that point. There's a lot of other decent ones. Karki's okay, and Witch's Broom. This thing's probably better, honestly. But yeah. Pretty good. It also gives it a 15% attack damage buff when like gets a little enraged thing, like when the eyes turn blue when it's raining or water. Yeah, that's pretty good too, making it really, really solid. Really good for Moonlord Cultist and Empress. If you get one of these, I would recommend it. It's one of the best mounts in the game for good reason. You can also get it as soon as you start hard mode if you kill Duke Fishhorn right away, if you're that much of a gamer. So yeah. I chose to rank the Witch's Broom. I'd put it like below A. It has infinite flight. It's good for when you get in the game. It's good against Empress. It's okay against Golem. It's good, really good for events because it trivializes a fuck ton of enemies. So kind of just in the air. It has a decent amount of flight speed, and it also gives a lot amount of precision too against some attacks, which is kind of cool. But yeah, pretty good as well. This is expert only, I think. Yeah. Soaring Insomnia. This gives you infinite flight time and increases your flight acceleration speed, I believe. Obviously this is good. Like, infinite flight time, amazing. It's really good, really broken. It's just makes you can fight Moonlord in the sky. You don't have to use a stupid mount or like worry about falling on the ground. It's fucking great. I love it. S tier. That's pretty much it for the list, because it's the Moonlord accessories left. It's the end game, so like, what am I gonna use this for? But I'll rank the majors. This thing fucking sucks, but you never need a gravitation pushing it. But like, you have infinite flight time. What are you gonna use this for? Get this at bottom of F. This thing looks kind of cool. I'm putting B. This thing is the best flight accessory, but you have this, so. It looks cool, so I'll put it like A or something. There you go. Put it here. And that's it. That's my tier list. Pretty like, yeah, I think this is a list. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.